Sorry, I'm a little bit late. It's been crazy. Welcome back to the channel, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard. Tonight's special is the Taco Tuesday Tarot Box. You can get it for $7. Also, buy one, get one free. So, everything you need to know is in the pinned comment and in the description. Welcome back to the haunted house. Just going to put a few things in chat. And then, hey Maria. Hey sweetheart. Let's just go ahead and jump into your reading. Did you send the questions yet? I'm a little bit late because one of my neighbor's dogs passed away, so I just had to console her and give her a little bit of my death doula comforting. Because I do pet some people too. Thanks so much, honey. I'm really having a lot of fun switching between this and that other thing that was on my head the last 3 nights. I really do. Hey, how are you? Welcome to the haunted house. How are you tonight? It is Taco Tuesday Tarot Happy Hour. Every reading is buy one, get one free, but it's mostly this $7 taco box that's just free on Tuesday nights. So buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free. So if you buy a $7 Taco Tuesday Tarot box, you get that one also free. If you want to do your free reading right after you do your paid reading, we can. Or if you want to save it for another time, you can. All readings are buy one, get one free on the weekends. No, sweetheart, you did not miss your reading. I just started. I was just a little bit late because my neighbor's dog passed away. And she really needed a death doula session real quick. So I took some time to do that. And then I had to do my hair. And then I had to help Dad with the trash and the recycling. And now I'm here after washing my hands. It is sad. The dog was a King Cavalier. She was female, so I guess I would call her a Queen Cavalier. And, I love you too. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that. So I just talked to her for a little while, and we talked about the dog. It was 14 years old, but it had a heart problem for like 6 years. The doctors only gave it 6 months to live, but it lasted 6 years. And then it made me realize like how healthy my senior dogs are, because I have a 14-year-old dog, an 11-year-old dog, and well, I'm just so grateful that Rooney doesn't have any heart problems. He doesn't have any organ problems. He doesn't have any tumors. He's always been so healthy, fit, and well, and I'm just so thankful. And I'm hoping that if he does pass away, it's not going to be a thing where I have to take him to a vet. It'll just be peacefully in his sleep. Like, that's the way I would want to go. So that's the way I would want, anyone I love or any animal I love to go, is peacefully in their sleep. I've seen a lot of death. I've seen a lot of blood. But I think that's why I became a death doula. Yeah. All right, Maria, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Okay, I see your questions. Okay, you want to get so we're going to ask about you and him, and then okay, and in the meeting, or are these questions from last night? Are these questions from today? I'm so confused. Let me just go get the Power Spirit deck real quick, babe. I'm back. Just want to do a free collective message real quick for anyone who might be in chat looking for a message from their most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Okay, so yes for today. Okay, they're there. Other. Okay, cool. All right, let me just pull a card for all of you as a collective message real quick. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective. What do we need to know as a collective? This is for anyone who might be in the chat, anyone who might be coming into the chat while I'm doing this reading, anyone who might come into the chat later. This is a free collective message from your most trusted and strongest spirit guides. All $7 Taco Tuesday tarot boxes are buy one, get one free. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. It's a collective message. What do you have as a collective message for us today, Spirit, from the Power Spirit deck? Any advice? If I get this Virtue card again, I'm just gonna, what? Creativity and offering. I feel like Spirit's saying, what is it that you do that's creative, that you can offer people? That you can offer people to make your life better, to enrich your life in a way that might bring in a bit more money, bring in some new friends, nourish your family or friends. It doesn't necessarily have to be about making money either. It could just be about also enriching and nourishing your own life, offering that creativity to yourself. So let's go ahead and look at this picture. I love this picture. I actually want to go to Second Life, and which is a place where I play live music online, and a place where I build artwork like this, where you can build buildings and anything that you can dream of or imagine, you can create or have in Second Life. So I started playing it with my mom maybe like 15 years ago before she passed away, and we would like build cool stuff that looks like this, and tree houses and hobbit homes, and sell them to people or give them away for free. And this is the creativity card. You've got this beautiful like crystal tower here on this bench. You've got the world just sitting there like a marble on the floor. You have this beautiful stars and starry, starry night. Maybe even the song Starry, Starry Night is a song you guys should look up. Maybe that's some kind of message in that song tonight from this card. You've got the wisdom and the strength of the crane. So you also have the offering card. And it's such a beautiful card. And what I love about these cards is that it doesn't matter which way you turn them. There's always something new to see. So what is your creative offering to yourself, to your loved ones, to your friends, to maybe people you've not met? See, even when I turn this upside down, you know, there's always something to see that's new and different in these cards. It's whether it's wayside or upside down or right side up or whatever. But real quick, just to go over real quick what the message is in the cards. So the creativity card is number 40. Okay, it's yellow. The direction is east. It's like your creativity is a story that needs a voice in this world. It's very important. I could drop this card. This one, it says, every day of our lives we take from Mother Earth and our energy for life. Everyone around you is uplifted and inspired, and this is your offering. Like, these are a couple of different cards that I really feel the message. And I know these cards because I've been practicing them for a long time without having to read them right now to go really into full detail. I'll go ahead and post those cards front and back on the post on the channel after the live. So if you guys want to go through them and look at them and check them out, you can. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, Maria, and see what you need to know right now. Okay, we're going to do the message from Spirit to you about love and work. All right, this is a brilliant question. We're not going to ask the question, why do they choose you? Because we already know that you're the best at what you do, and that's why they choose you. There's no asking why. You know why. All right? You are that bitch. Okay? That everybody loves, everybody cherishes, everybody adores, and everybody wants working with them on their project because of how uplifting and awesome you are, Maria. And I'm not just saying that because I don't know you. I'm saying that because I do know you. All right? I'm not just saying that because I have become friends with you over the last 3-4 years since I've been doing this thing live every night. All right? You know you. Okay? You're that bitch that everybody loves and wants to be around. And that is why those you know, those women that don't even deserve to be called, you know, a bitch, they're just trash, are so jealous of you because you are well liked, you are well loved, and you're good at what you do. And people respect that and look up to you for it. So we'll ask about the meeting, okay? And we'll do a little deep dive into his thoughts and feelings of you now, about you and your relationship, okay? Spirit, I'm calling forth Maria's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know? Also, if you want to do the free reading right after your paid reading, we can do that as well. So if you have some more questions, you can throw them in there. Or if you want to wait till a later date, that's fine too. But make sure you get the reading on the live, because all the private readings are twice the price now that you get on the live. So so like if you guys want a $7 taco box privately, $15. You guys want an 11/11 love reading privately, $22. You want a you want a $20 past, present, future reading, it's going to be $40. If you want a $30 general, it's going to be $60. If you want that in-depth reading on the live, it's a rapid transformational grief counseling session with the tarot cards, it's $60. If you want that privately one-on-one, that's $120. The reason that they're double now privately is because of how much effort and time I have to put in to actually creating your reading for you. I decided to stop doing them on the phone the way we did privately, Maria, because it gets lost. I can't go back and reference it. I can't, it might accidentally get deleted from my phone doing it in text messages. So that's why I do it now, because I want to just archive it on YouTube so that you can come back to it anytime. I can come back to it anytime, and we can go over and reference it for readings in the future. And I will have to say that I feel like some of the private readings I do because I have a little bit more time and to put a little bit more effort into them. I'm not just like, hey, I only have 45 minutes to squeeze in to hang out with you guys on a live, or, excuse me, that's what I think is just going to be best. I think that the private readings are a little bit more in-depth and even deeper than the ones on the live, because I have a little bit more time to myself, a little bit more effort and time to put in energy into it. All right, let's get into what he's feeling. Spirit, I'm calling forth Maria's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know right now about this person on her mind and heart? What is this person on Maria's mind and heart thinking and feeling about her tonight? And them and their relationship, their connection. What is this person's thoughts and feelings? What is the energy? Like, he feels this very give and take. He knows this is true love. He feels that empathy towards you and this connection in regards to moving forward. Well, he might even it's almost like Spirit saying it's time to put a call to action out for what you do want this future to be. No more wondering what's going on the dark side. No more giving somebody else your power away, not even him. No more, it's time to judge wisely within regards to what you open your arms to and what you push away. All right? No more thinking about his past girlfriends or maybe an ex-wife. No giving your power away to them. He doesn't want you to give your power away to them. He is doing everything he can to not give his power away to them as well. But he also doesn't want to move into a situation where it's like the divorced dad pad, or, an uncomfortable situation. It's almost like Spirit saying there's like a call of action because of all these deep and wonderful feelings that, he knows you are the one. He knows that you are the person he's been searching for his whole life to have a happy, harmonious relationship with. Now he actually wants to make a call of action to start progressing towards making the actual changes that you both want, where you have a stable home, a stable car, a stable life. You know what I mean? So this is actually really good that he's taken his time to, you know, come forth and make it happen right. Like it's got to be done right, where everybody is in a happy, harmonious situation. So your homework is going to be spending 5 seconds before you go to bed when you feel really tired, feeling it's called state akin to sleep, right? Of course. So you're feeling his hand on yours as if he's there next to you in bed sleeping, right? But also everything working out for everyone else around you too. The exes, the ex-wives, you know, they move on happily and harmoniously with somebody that they never thought they could ever meet, that blows their mind and fills their heart. Same with the piece for like the families and all the loved ones. Just take 5 seconds to do that. And if you start spiraling, do it even if you're in the middle of lunch, okay? Because you're gonna start seeing movement, more movement than you have before if you start doing it from your mind. Start working your mind from that perspective instead of the other one where you're trying to fix everything. Okay, you can't fix everybody. You can't even fix him, all right? But what you can do is you can fix your thoughts to change the way your reality is showing up to you. That's how manifesting works. Why? Because it's science. It's science. It's not some voodoo, hoodoo, I need candles and incense and herbs to prove to the moon that I'm worth it, you know? So just remember and pray, you know? Pray to the universe or whatever you pray to, even if it's just the dirt outside, and thank the universe for every day that you have to just be here and enjoy. Even if the things that you're witnessing are bad, don't forget to purge anything that's negative. It's okay to cry. It's okay to have a bad thought. You're not like going to ruin your life because you have a bad thought that's intrusive. Okay? All right, let's get to that next question. Spirit, I'm calling forth her most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know right now about this meeting? I see the Three of Wands in my mind's eye. Let's see what other cards actually pop out of the deck. Spirit's saying, yeah, it's like these people feel like you are the light at the end of the tunnel within regards to this situation. You got the Hermit and you got the Temperance card. So you've got two major arcana showing that there's been major movement in this situation. And it will bring about some kind of new beginning for you. You may get promoted. You may, they might even give you some other kind of different job to do that pays more, or... But overall, these cards are saying yes, because see, somebody is feeling that you're like the light at the end of the tunnel with this. Like you are the person that has the patience, the kindness, the understanding, as well as the fashion to represent what you're representing for them in the way they want it to be represented, okay? So yes, there is very good movement in the possibility of there being a third meeting, yeah. And, you know, they, like I've said before, smart, intelligent, witty, and the right, they feel you are somebody who's the right candidate to work with others on anything, really. I don't see a lot of negative stuff in the whole meeting work thing at work. And it's almost like whatever these meetings are about are also like some kind of light at the end of the tunnel for you. Like it's almost like Spirit saying it's like a breakthrough. You've had some kind of breakthrough in your life regarding your situation with your job. Let's go ahead and see what kind of message of love Spirit has for you about love and work here. And I'll pull you a Power Spirit deck too. We have a few minutes left. that just popped out of the deck. Let's see what it is. Oh, you always get this card for love. Spirit saying, you know, what you have built upon is sweet, delicious, loving, caring. Oh, that's just the dog next door. Stable, kind. You got that 3-tier cake with the 8 of Pentacles. I also feel like this isn't just some birthday cake. Like, this is some kind of celebration of a cake. This is some kind of like wedding cake, commitment ceremony cake. Like, if you can imagine it, you can have it kind of cake. All right, with your love story, you will have to make a choice. You're going to keep driving yourself crazy, or are you going to start doing the homework, where every time you start to spiral out, or you have an intrusive thought, or you start to get worried, or you start to fear that maybe it's not going to work out the way you want, okay? Don't do that, all right? Just text me, and I'll put you back on the merry-go-round in the right way, instead of you flying off the handle and off into outer space, okay? Because you know you can't do the bullshit forever, so take the bullshit out of the equation and put yourself back in your place of power with the situation. Stop telling yourself, I don't know what to do, and start telling yourself, I'm going to figure this out, all right? It is a new moon coming upon us pretty soon, and I think a full moon as well. We're getting ready to go into another. Let me see what. Hey, Dark Reverend, how are you? Welcome back. We're outside in the graveyard. Let me see real quick. When I haven't seen the moon in ages, so I don't think I've seen the moon since the last full moon. Oh yeah, the full pink moon was April 1st. Yeah, okay, and then okay, new moon. Yeah, we just went through the new moon, first quarter. So when is the next full moon? Because the next full moon will be very powerful. It should be in Scorpio. Oh wow, Friday, May 1st. Oh boy. So close, it's under my house. It is Poltergeist City, y'all. But yeah, wow, Friday, May 1st. Molly and I are supposed to go to Renfest that weekend. Flower Moon, Friday, May 1st. Oh my God. There's going to be a blue moon on Sunday, May 31st. I can't wait. That is going to be wonderful. So which full moon is going to be in Scorpio? May 31st or May 1st? Which full moon will be in Scorpio? Because that's the most powerful full moon in the year. So let's see. Okay, so the flower moon on Friday, May 1st is going to be the full moon in Scorpio. So yeah, by May 1st, there might be some, things that settle themselves, settle the score, but definitely you're going to be saying to yourself more like, I'm going to figure this out instead of what am I going to do. That's your homework. Practicing that, figuring things out, instead of telling yourself what you're going to do. As far as work, it's kind of funny like that the 7 of Cups would come up. Let's see what the cards in the bottom of the deck. I didn't even shuffle. I just put that. I'll let me shuffle. Alright, just split the deck for that 7 of Cups. Let me get a clarification about the 7 of Cups regarding work. 5 of Wands, yeah. So it's like also underneath it all, you kind of feel like, what do you really want? Do you want to leave the job you have and go to something better? You want to keep on doing it? You're kind of tired of like the low balling and the 5 of Wands in the bully department with things. It's very interesting with work, but Spirit's also saying with this that you're going to be giving a lot of options, that will uplift you above all this bullying and stuff. You're not going to have to deal with that much longer if you are in it all anymore. All right? So will W leave the other place? Okay, yeah, we can do those questions. Let's see. Spirit, I'm calling forth Maria's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Will W leave that other place? Not right now. Not right now, but there is another cut to clarify it. Card to clarify it. Look at that full moon. We just talked about the full moon. But this is somebody who is in the process of creating that adventure. Okay, you can't do it without you. So this is definitely, this is the end, my only friend, the end. But this is also telling you to stay in the end of the living in the end of what you want with your partner. Okay? He's moved on. Of course, he's moved on. He's making plans. All right, it's just going to take some time to put into action. Okay? As far as he's coming for work at you this week. Okay, so Maria, it's a $7 taco box, only 3 questions, okay? You've got the thing about Walter, and then you've got what's coming for you at work this week. You've got what is that Dr. Bob likes about you, and then message from Spirit about you. You cannot do these things to me, people. I have certain rules, and it really upsets me and hurt my feelings when you guys start asking 2 questions in one, trying to add another extra question, or start asking me 10 questions about your tarot card reading. So please don't do it. I just won't do a 4th question unless you want to pay for it. All right? So I just won't do it. So I'm going to choose the questions for you, Maria, because I have to put my foot down about it, because this is my business, and I'm the one that gets cheated if I let up on my rules just because you're my friend. What is it that Dr. Bob likes about you that makes you stand out in the meetings? There's something about you that they have seen before in the business that they're in that makes them feel like nostalgic, like there's just something that they feel is right about you within regards to the situation, whereas everybody just kind of has that you seem to be like the person that reminds them of the right person to have in that situation. It's just the same thing as it was yesterday and today. So which one do you want me to ask about? What's coming for you at work this week, or message from Spirit about you? You want the work question or a message from Spirit about you? We got 5 minutes. Okay, what's coming for Maria in regards to her job, her work, and everything like that? What does she need to know about that right now? Okay. More headaches, more decisions to make, more feeling like, ugh, is this ever going to change? But it does get better, okay? Because you've already been transitioning through this 8 of Swords. You've already been transitioning through making these choices about your jobs. You've already had this long, drawn-out headache from the bullying and the bullshit, pardon my French. But today it has changed, okay? All right. Your wish fulfilled is about to come in. Better communication and more give and take between you and the people you work for. I feel like your job is just about to get better, and that's what's coming for you this week. A shift from the negative to the positive that you've been wanting to see. And then on the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot of luck here that's coming towards you for work this week. All right? So be good to yourself with your thoughts. when you're wondering what it is about you that someone likes, or what it is about you that you know makes you stand out in meetings or to people or whatever, just remember, what is it that you want them to think? What is it you want them to feel? Hmm? Because at the end of the day, the way that you feel and think about yourself has no choice but to reflect back to you and others. All right? It's just science. It's not magic or voodoo or hoodoo or whatever. All right? It's quantum physics. It's the observer effect. And the more that you observe what you want people to think about you, like about you, etc., the more that you observe your connection with your partner in a stable, happy, committed, harmonious relationship and a home that you've built and created together, the more that you get into that reality where you got the dream job you want and you're making the money you want. And just take that deep breath and let it all that bad juju go. It really does become a lifestyle and a way of thinking and feeling, quite like being a vegetarian or a vegan, though I think veganism is a cult, and probably more than Satanists are, so or witches or whatever, not saying witches and Satanists are the same, because they're not, but they're everybody, no matter what their spiritual belief is, even if they're a Christian or Jewish or Muslim or agnostic, or atheist, there are so many beautiful people, good people with good hearts and minds. And I feel like religion and spirituality are two very different things, okay? And I feel like once we get into the religion of things, we're getting really into politics. It's like kind of mixing state and politics at the same time, like mixing school and politics, mixing the church and politics. I feel like religion is very political, whereas spirituality is not. It doesn't feel that way to me. It doesn't feel like politics, like veganism or Protestantism or yeah, exactly. Religion is you're right. You're very right, Dark Reverend. And I find a lot of Christians who don't have any spirituality. I don't want to be that kind. I think it's important to keep our hearts and minds open to all people, because there might be something in each other that we find that might save our life, So I just try to not be scared of what I don't know and try to be open to what I do. And even though I have an agoraphobia, and I know that you have fear too, Maria. I know we all have fear. It's a normal thing we've been taught to have. We're born with being afraid of only two things: being dropped and loud noises. So, yeah, Maria, it all looks really good with your reading. Keep me updated. Mm-hmm. So my neighbor informed me that the hummingbirds are back. They're hanging out in her backyard. So I'm gonna put my feeder up tomorrow, put them all up. I'm so excited. Yeah. Alright, so I'll be right back. I'm just gonna take a little break. If anybody wants to buy a reading, it's Taco Tuesday, Tarot Box Night, $7, 7+ minutes, 7+ cards. If you want to do your free reading after your paid reading, we can. You can save it for later. Yeah, PayPal, Cashapp, Venmo, Suoerchat. I'll be right back. I'll be here for a few more minutes if anybody wants to purchase a reading. I will be back later tonight, 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to do more tarot card readings and check out the Spiritbox. I mean, it was kind of busy last night, but not a lot of communication that I would have liked to have had. No real like answers to my questions, or so I just cut it short. Religions are just words and experiences they are written about, so we can fathom and understand. That's what we're doing. Yeah, religion is very complicated, and spirituality, it's very complicated, and you've got all these people who are religious and they'll hate each other for pretty much believing in the same thing, but the story is written a little different. And then the whole Tudor time, the Tudor medieval times, and well, were they really medieval? I'm not really sure that they were. I mean, they're really, when I think about medieval time, I think about like the 1400s, the 1300s, the 1200s, that kind. I feel like the Tudor time is a little bit more advanced in modern history. Like, I feel like there was something about the Tudor time, the Tudor era, that like pushed modern history on us humans. But the whole Protestant thing and the burning of Catholics, and then Catholics doing the same thing to Protestants, just was so violent and bloody. And I just feel like in advanced modern society that we have come so far in evolving that we're just above that kind of stuff now. And it's kind of scary to see how things are playing out in the world, but once again, the observer effect can change all that. But because there are so many people that are observing the same kind of bullshit, and they're absorbed in it, and they're witnessing it, and they're not purging it, and they don't know how to control their feelings, and they don't know how to, control their thoughts, and they don't understand quantum physics, or they don't understand, like, it's almost like, I know this is really bad to say, but sometimes I kind of feel like religion was created to dominate over our special gifts that were given from our Creator, because of how powerful our thoughts can be. It really is true when Martin Luther King said the mind is a terrible thing to waste. So that's why, being good to yourself with your thoughts. You don't have to live in the reality that you see on TV or Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. You are the main character of your movie. So what do you want to be seeing? What do you want to be experiencing? What do you want to have in your life? You can have, be and do whatever you want. I mean, except for me, of course, because once again, it's my reality, and you're just an extra added bonus. While I might not have any will in yours, you probably don't have any in mine either. But at the same time, we allow to give each other free will. So there is that as well. There's that gift too, because we can give and take in that way as well. But, we don't have to give everybody that power of free will in our realities. So yeah, that's my feeling on it. I don't know if anybody's been keeping up with the John Benet Ramsey spirit boxing, but I'm going to continue my adventure and trying to make contact with her again, and trying to figure out if we can learn anything new. I did some research about like the interview that Burke Ramsey did in 2016 with Dr. Phil. I did some research about all the different years they've tested the DNA. They tested the DNA again in 2016 or 17, but they've not given us the results because there's not been really any breakthrough in the case with those testings. Now it's 2026, it's 10 years later. They're going to start doing the same thing. But we've been told that they're not going to share anything about the testing unless there's a serious breakthrough again. At the end of the day, it just kind of makes me feel like all the right people are working together to hide what really happened until at least both parents die, or the whole family that was involved, even Burke passes. I don't know. It's just so weird. I just don't understand it. Like, there's something not right here. And I did find an interview where John Ramsey said he did apologize. Like, they asked him, what is the one thing that you would tell your daughter if you could, if she was here right now? And he said, probably that I love you and I'm sorry I didn't protect you better. I'm sorry I didn't set the alarm that night, the burglar alarm. So that made me feel better. That made me cry. I think at the end of the day, John Ramsey doesn't really know what happened to his daughter. And he is still searching for answers because there was something that somebody in that family has been hiding from him for years. I don't really want to say that it was Burke, though I am a person whose brother tried to strangle her to death. I don't know what made him stop. After that, I think that he went to go and get some psychological help because he needed anger management, and he's never been better. Okay, and it's always been really good to me throughout the rest of my childhood and my adulthood, and he takes really good care of me. It was really good to me now, okay? But I still have that memory and that trauma, even though I've overcome it. It's like when I start hearing about this John Benet Ramsey story, I get really, really triggered, because what would have happened if my brother had waited one more minute to let go of my neck? You know? So, hopefully someday we'll find out, and hopefully someday, she'll come and talk to us. John Benet Ramsey will come and talk to us on the Spiritbox, and we'll have some fun with her. I know last night I tried to channel Pee Wee Herman, and I thought I might have heard his voice, but at one time on the live, we had established communicating with him and finding out that he was given a special job to do on the other side in afterlife, where he greets the children when they pass. When children pass away, he greets them as Pee Wee Herman. So I was like, okay, that's very, very strange, spirits. In fact, I should probably try to go back and find that live and watch it and highlight some of the things that happened that night. There's a lot of work I need to do on my YouTube, but there's just a whole lot of work I have to do on outside of YouTube, and I'm only one person, so when we uncover the truth, we will be rewarded, and I just hope that the truth will be found out, because she deserves to rest in peace. Or rest in power. There we go. I like that one better. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I got to go make some dinner and check on the dogs and Dad and do some laundry. And I have some schoolwork I'm so far behind on. I got to catch up on. But I will be back tonight, midnight 30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 9:30 p.m. Pacific, 11:30 Central Central. All right. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. Don't do anything I wouldn't do or would. Kalanikta. Music is sacred. Talk to you later.